I'm Naveed Mahbub, going from Dhaka, Bangladesh, all the way to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, with a few stops along the journey. Okay, I'm finally here in London. This is London Gatwick Airport. I'm so excited. Now, first stop is Brick Lane. Let's get going. So why am I going to Brick Lane first? Well, Brick Lane is also known in the UK as Bangla Town. And I've arranged to meet some people to explain why, right here in Altabali Park. Hi Tareen, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again. We've met before. Ansar bhai, how are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
Well, we're at the top of Brick Lane, I guess, and I've heard that both of you give tours of this area. And this park, this wonderful park with the Shahid Minar over here, is called the Altab Ali Park.
Yes.
And that's a very Bangladeshi name.
Yes,
And
yes.
what's the story behind that?
Well, I mean, it's not much of a park really. This is really sort of a small green space. And just to give you a bit of background, the first sort of large-scale migration from Bangladesh to the UK took place during the 1950s and 60s. And that's when the Bengali men came here looking for employment. During the 70s, there were a lot of racial violence against the Bengali community. And in one of those incidents, a garments worker named Altawali was murdered in a nearby street to this park here. And this took place in 1978. And from then on, the local started calling this space Altawali in honor of Altawali.
You mentioned about this happened in the 70s, but you also mentioned that there was an exodus of people who came in the 40s, 50s. But is it that's the time frame that the main flow of people were?
That was the sort of large-scale influx. But the first Bengali settlers who came to this country were the seamen who worked on British merchant and naval ships.
Okay.
The London Bengal tour that I do traces back 400 years of history of Bengalis in London, and actually the city of London is just actually a walking distance, literally here. The first early Bengali resident, an East Indian that came via ship, and his master named him, probably he converted to Christianity, and there's archives in the St. Bottles Church, which is just 5 minutes walk from here in Aldgate. So basically the 400 years we showed that Bengalis haven't been just a recent migrants. There's early evidence linking back the city of London and the trade of Bengal.
I didn't even know it was 400 years that we have our history traced back at. Now, this is Altab Ali Park, and you talked about Bangla Town. So are we smack in the middle of Bangla Town, or are we at the outskirts?
It's just there.
So since you guys give a tour, is it okay that I kind of take a walk with you guys?
We would love to. I mean, Ansar is an expert on East End research history.
The answer has the answer
Yes.
to all my questions. So how about we take a walk then?
Go down to
Okay,
Lane,
cool.
yeah, sure.
All right, let's go. Tareen and Ansar show me around Brick Lane. It's changing fast with a lot of new bars and cafes. There are fewer and fewer Bangladeshi restaurants. The ones that remain are still popular though. And I repay my tour guides by taking over Chili's restaurant. Okay, here we go.